No, you got to go back now and say, why was the NFL continuing to support with all the confusion going on in the media? And maybe it's all of that found money right there.
After we found out why Beyonce made a lot of the songs that she did and for what reasons, I am not shocked one bit to find out that Jay-Z is allegedly listed in the Epstein file.
Then out of nowhere came these young children. I don't know where they came from. And I sat next to this child, and the child sat next to Beyonce. So I hear B say something about
50 Cent is still going hard at Jay-Z and Beyonce, and now he's turning the pressure up even more. Online, he's been strongly hinting that Beyonce herself could somehow be connected to the broader Epstein conversation that's been circulating lately. You've probably already seen the discussions online about Jay-Z's name resurfacing in connection with the Epstein files, right? One woman publicly claimed that she woke up inside Epstein's mansion and alleged that Jay-Z and Harvey Weinstein were both present at the time. As those claims began spreading across social media, 50 Cent quickly jumped in, posting that he was ready to put together an entire documentary focused on Jay-Z and Epstein. In one of his posts, he wrote, "Damn, they got your man Jay in the Epstein files. I gotta do a doc on this-ish." Things escalated even further after that. According to online chatter, Beyonce allegedly attempted to shut the situation down. Rumors began circulating that her legal team reached out to warn 50 Cent about continuing to post regarding Jay-Z and Epstein. Instead of slowing him down, that move appeared to have the opposite effect. After 50 teased the idea of a documentary, a source described as being close to Beyonce claimed she was extremely upset. The reason, according to those same claims, is that the Carters had supposedly already worked behind the scenes to keep the story from spreading by leaning on major media outlets. People online were quick to point out that the Shade Room quietly removed a post that mentioned Jay-Z being named in the Epstein files. At the same time, many noticed something else. Major platforms like TMZ, People, Us Weekly, Complex, and Billboard were completely silent on the topic. None of them touched the story at all. To a lot of observers, it felt like the entire industry went quiet, while 50 Cent continued posting openly and stirring conversation across the internet. For many watching from the outside, that silence raised even more questions. From the way things unfolded, it looked like the Carters may have believed the situation would eventually blow over on its own, but online commentary suggests they may have underestimated 50 Cent. When it comes to throwing shots at Jay-Z, 50 has a reputation for never backing down. He's known for leaning into controversy, especially when he feels challenged or pressured to stay quiet. According to social media reactions, the moment he heard that Beyonce had allegedly sent lawyers to warn him about mentioning Jay-Z and Epstein, he responded by turning the volume up even louder. Not long after, 50 posted a cryptic message that instantly grabbed attention, which many interpreted as a warning aimed in Beyonce's direction. On top of that, he shared an AI-generated clip of himself with the caption, "I smell beef and popcorn." That single line sent social media into a frenzy, with people speculating about what he might do next. Given 50 Cent's past, fans were quick to point out that he has a long history of digging deep into his rival's past, and many referenced his previous documentary work involving Diddy as proof that he's willing to go further than most when a feud escalates. So if 50 Cent was able to pull off that kind of deep dive in the past, plenty of people online believe he could just as easily turn that same energy toward the Carters. The mere idea of him doing it has already set social media buzzing. The question that keeps coming up now is whether Beyonce could actually stop him from releasing a documentary centered on Jay-Z. Judging by online reactions, most people don't think so. Fans across platforms have been saying Beyonce might be better off staying quiet, with some even joking that things could get so messy she might need to call a divorce lawyer before the situation spirals further. That's where the conversation takes an even more complicated turn. Some fans online have gone a step further, speculating that Beyonce could be more directly connected to whatever Jay-Z has allegedly been tied to. In that narrative, people suggest this could explain why a divorce has never happened, despite years of rumors. According to this line of thinking, both sides may allegedly know things about each other that make staying together the safest option. These ideas continue to circulate widely online, even though they remain speculation rather than established fact. Beyonce's name has also been wrapped up in rumor culture for years, long before the current situation. Online discussions have ranged from claims that she has sabotaged other female artists to darker and more unusual whispers involving so-called black magic or ritualistic behavior. One of the stories that frequently resurfaces comes from former NFL player Larry Johnson, who previously claimed he attended what he described as a strange late-night party involving Jay-Z.
I did a Rockaware photo shoot in Colorado, and I think it was during the wintertime of 06 or 07. And Naomi Campbell was there, actress Jamie King was there, Jay was there, B was there, and he rented this house, and we were supposed to do this rap party for this photo shoot. We rented this house, and we were watching LeBron play, and after the game, it had to have been like 10 or 11 o'clock. So we getting ready to party. Mind you, it's all adults. There was a 13-year-old or a 14-year-old teenage Latin girl that was there, and I think she had to leave because she had school and she had to do homework, but she brought her mother with her. So it was no funny business going on, which I could respect that. So when 11 o'clock hit, we turned on the music, we started drinking, and then out of nowhere came these young children. I don't know where they came from. For a rap party at 11 o'clock at night, drinking loud music and us dancing wild, like, I don't know where these kids came from. And then I happened to sit down because I was dancing with one of the assistants. And I sat next to this child, and the child sat next to Beyonce. So I hear B say something about, doesn't this look sexy, or isn't this sexy? And in my mind, and mind you, I'm not awakened as I'm awakened now. So in my mind, I'm like, what did she just say? And then I didn't pay no attention to it. And then, you know, obviously the liquor took hold of me and I had to leave. So I said bye to everybody and left. But those kids remained. I don't know if those kids were from the photo shoot themselves, but the fact that these kids came around adults during drinking hours or partying hours was already alarming.
According to his account, which he has shared publicly in interviews and online posts, the atmosphere felt unsettling and left him shaken afterward, though his statements have remained a matter of public debate rather than verified fact. Johnson said this event allegedly took place in the early 2000s at a private rap industry gathering that he claimed was hosted by the Carters in Colorado. He described the energy of the party as being off and said certain interactions made him deeply uncomfortable. His comments quickly spread online, fueling even more speculation and discussion among fans and critics alike. Those claims aren't the only ones people point to. For years, rumors have circulated suggesting Beyonce may be involved in some form of dark spiritual practices, including talk of rituals and occult symbolism. Supporters dismiss this as internet fantasy, but critics argue these stories didn't just come from random trolls. Instead, they often highlight that some of the claims were made by people who previously worked closely with her. Back in 2018, Beyoncé's former drummer, Kimberly Thompson, made headlines after accusing Beyoncé of engaging in what she described as extreme witchcraft. Thompson didn't just make public statements. She also filed legal paperwork seeking a restraining order. That move alone sparked widespread conversation online, with fans questioning what might have happened behind the scenes, while others dismissed the claims outright.
This has been going on since 2006, and it's just been getting worse and worse and worse. And for a very long time, I put this person on a pedestal. I love them. I'd send emails, publicly, happy birthday and all this stuff. And the entire time, this person was casting spells and manipulating me and controlling my job situations, my relationships, just all.
Kimberly wasn't the only former team member whose actions caught attention. Beyoncé's former dance captain Ashley Everett was later noticed liking and interacting with posts online that hinted at similar themes. Some of those posts suggested that Beyoncé's music carried dark spiritual influences, with phrases like people entertaining demons being thrown around. Screenshots of those interactions circulated widely, adding even more fuel to an already heated online narrative, even though no direct statements were ever made. Just when many people online felt the discussion couldn't get any darker, another former dancer connected to Beyoncé became part of the conversation. Khadijah Shari, who previously worked with Beyoncé during the Formation era and appeared in her 2016 Super Bowl performance, made a series of highly emotional posts on Instagram that quickly grabbed attention. In those posts, Khadijah used extreme language to describe Beyoncé and accused her of being involved in what she framed as dark and malicious spiritual behavior. Her statements were raw, aggressive, and clearly driven by anger, which immediately sparked intense debate online. Those posts didn't stay up for long and were taken down shortly after appearing. However, as many people online like to say, the internet doesn't forget. According to online commentary, if it weren't for Tasha K, most people might never have seen them at all. Tasha K later shared screenshots that she said came from Khadijah's account, reposting them on X and discussing the situation in detail on her YouTube channel. Once that happened, the situation escalated rapidly, with clips, screenshots, and commentary spreading across multiple platforms and reigniting debate around Beyoncé's past and her relationships with former collaborators.
Beyonce is being accused again of doing black magic. Now here's what I'm gonna say. Everybody ain't lying. I spent probably a week doing research on all the people that they were connected with, and all of them are connected to some sort of black magic, some sort of witchery. Okay? This is an ex-dancer of hers, and now we remember the ex-drummer that came out and we call her crazy too. We got the interview of the drummer. Y'all remember her? And she was saying that Beyonce was using witchcraft and all that stuff, and it always comes out around the time when she getting ready to cipher for a new album. I know Beyonce's a witch. I saw the Lemonade visuals. I saw it. I said, this is...
At this point, it's important to clearly frame what's happening. Everything being discussed remains based on allegations, personal claims, and online speculation. None of these statements have been proven in court or confirmed through verified evidence. Still, many people online argue that when similar types of stories continue to surface about the same figures, coming from different individuals at different times, it naturally leads the public to start asking questions. One rumor can easily be dismissed. Two might still feel like coincidence. But when multiple people who once worked closely within the same circle share overlapping themes in their stories, that's when observers begin connecting dots and questioning what might be happening behind closed doors. Whether those conclusions are fair or not remains a matter of debate, but the pattern itself has become part of the public conversation. That's where the discussion takes on an even more unsettling tone for some viewers. Online commentators have begun speculating about whether Jay-Z and Beyoncé are truly the ones in full control of their massive empire. The idea being floated is that, no matter how famous or wealthy someone becomes, there are often unseen power players operating behind the scenes, individuals with even greater influence, resources, and leverage, quietly pulling strings from the shadows. This theory has only added another layer of intrigue to an already explosive narrative that continues to evolve online. Many people online have also brought up past comments made by Kanye West, where he publicly claimed that Jay-Z and Beyoncé were essentially controlled puppets. At the time, those statements were widely dismissed as ranting or provocation, but some viewers say they now land differently as old stories and allegations resurface. Kanye suggested that many high-profile celebrities are pressured or controlled because of things from their past that they can't afford to have exposed.
And they can control Shaq. They could control Charles Barkley. They could control LeBron James. They can control Jay-Z and Beyonce.
But not you, man.
But they can't control me. You're out in Hollywood, a lot of people come up missing. Feels like it might be a lot of that in order to control, traumatize. They want to monetize and traumatize.
Whether true or not, those remarks have re-entered the conversation as people revisit them through the lens of current online narratives. Taken together, the situation has led many observers to feel like the Carter Empire may be facing one of its most intense periods of public scrutiny yet. Between the renewed discussion around Jay-Z's alleged connections to Epstein, the noticeable silence from major media outlets, the rumors of Beyoncé's legal team allegedly reaching out to 50 Cent, and the long list of controversial claims made by former members of her team, online commentators are openly questioning whether cracks are beginning to show. Some believe this could be a temporary storm that fades with time, while others argue that once the public settles on a certain narrative, it becomes nearly impossible to reverse. That's where the conversation leaves the audience with unanswered questions. Is 50 Cent simply teasing the idea of a documentary for attention? Or does he actually have enough material to release something that could seriously shake the industry? And when it comes to Beyoncé, opinions remain sharply divided. Some viewers see her as another figure potentially caught up in something far bigger than herself, while others believe she may be fully aware of what's happening and choosing how to navigate it. Ultimately, the debate is still unfolding in real time. So what do you think? Is this all just online noise fueled by speculation and rivalry? Or are we watching the early stages of a much larger reckoning? Drop your thoughts in the comments and make sure to like, subscribe, share, and turn on notifications. Because if the internet is right about one thing, it's that this story doesn't look like it's slowing down anytime soon.